Welcome to Studio Apartment.
Today we have 5 special guests for you.
Media arts jobs such as camera operator, editors, directors of photography, first assistant director, and even a production manager. Yay. First, we have Cody out in the field. Cody, how are you?
Fine.
What will you be doing today?
I'll be talking to a camera operator.
Cool!
What's your name and what do you do?
I'm Mike Mazik and I'm the robotic camera operator for Yumi this morning.
I'd love to see a mom and her kids.
So I'm in control of 5 different cameras every morning. Well, the cameras actually work by this controller here. So I choose between the 5 cameras that I want to use, and at any single time I can control any camera. Panning, which is left to right, I can control with my joystick by just going left or right. Tilting is going up and down, so I can go up and down on my controller, and I can control all those speeds on this little controller with just these little knobs here. I also can set focus, which is this little wheel right here. And then for zooming in and out, which is interesting on here, you have to actually spin this little wheel here. You spin it counterclockwise to zoom out, and then you spin it clockwise to go in. A pedestal is what is the height of pretty much your camera. So petting up means you're going up with the camera, and petting down means you're going down with the camera.
Thanks. Back to you, Jamison.
We have Stacy here with Eddie Hamilton, editor for films such as X-Men First Class, Kick-Ass, and Kick-Ass 2. Eddie, tell Stacy how you like to work.
Well, you know, the way that I work is to push the hardware and the software always to the limits of its capability. And what that means is when a producer or a director comes and sits in my cutting room, they can watch the equivalent of a finished movie. I always work with 16 tracks of sound. I always color correct what I do. I build 10 visual effects on the timeline. I replace all the green screens. I motion track the backgrounds. Everything is done within the Media Composer timeline. And I have a 5.1 calibrated sound system. I have a 65-inch calibrated color plasma screen. So people can sit and they can see the potential of what their film could be. And I can, using the tools available to me and the skills that I've been trying to develop over the last 15 years since I started using Media Composer, you know, I can deliver world-class work to people. And on a film like X-Men First Class, where we only had 9 months from the start of the shoot to when the film was in theaters, you don't have time to make mistakes, and you have to collaborate with another great editor on that film. I was working with Lee Smith. We had 6 assistants. You need a system which is robust and bulletproof, which you trust, and has all the tools available to you in one package, and works when you press play. And that is what I love about Media Composer.
Stacy, what have I told you about that grin? Thanks, Eddie.
Here we have director of photography Rodney Charters, who has worked on various shows such as the pilot of Nashville and various episodes of Dallas. A director of photography, or DP, is someone who supervises the filming of movies, commercials, television series, and any sort of film production. On the set of 24 years ago, what did you use?
I've always had a DSLR on set. It didn't do HD in the beginning. But when it finally did, we all went crazy. And I ran some tests on a prototype 5D, almost 18 months ago now, maybe more. When it first came out, Tim Smith came up from Canon, and we put it side by side with a Panaflex and shot on the set, and it was astounding.
Thanks, Rodney. Next, we have Quinn in the field.
Hi, here we have our first assistant director, Michael Lerman.
My name's Michael Lerman. I'm the first assistant director on Quantum of Solace.
Let's roll sound, we're rolling.
A lot of people view the first assistant director as kind of the taskmaster on set, the person that's cracking the whip and pushing the crew.
It's not good enough.
My goal on a day-to-day basis is to achieve everything the director wants in the allotted time.
We'll do this with the crowd. Action!
The first thing I do is I take the script and I break it down.
The next sequence is what happens in the Grand Hotel.
All of the cast, the props, the stunts, the special effects.
This is the area here where in the script, the railing.
And while I'm doing that, we're going to numerous locations trying to pick just the right one, that fits all the requirements that the scene dictates.
Talking about painting all of these buildings white to try to match one of our other locations. We'd probably be here for about half a day and be importing in about 50 American-looking extras for this scene.
I've done a lot of movies where the end of the movie, the finale of the movie, is the big set piece. And on this movie, it seems we have one of those sequences every week. It never stops.
Action!
You're never in a room with two people talking for that long.
Mark has asked me to be a waiter in this scene, but I did say if I'm going to appear in front of the camera, then I want to be shot.
3, 2, 1, action!
Thanks, Mr. Lerman. Back to you guys in the studio.
And lastly, we have a production manager on Skype with us today. His duties include
Making sure the production runs on schedule and reporting to the producers on the progress.
and managing the production schedule and budget,
Managing production team.
dealing with any problems,
Making sure insurance, health and safety rules, copyright laws, and union agreements are followed.
So,
So,
what is your name and what have you done?
My name is Terry Bamber. I work in films and television and theatre. I trained at Lambda between 1976 and 1979. Worked as an actor for 4 years and then moved back into film where I'd started as a runner in the late 60s.
And what does it take to be a successful production manager?
Commitment is integrity, is a willingness to work hard and to be aware that you've got to be resilient. There will be very, very bad times. I've had times in my career, even now, where the phone's not gone and you've got a mortgage to pay, you've got a wife to look after, and it does take its toll. I mean, on World War Z, I was getting up at 2:30 in the morning to get to location for 3 o'clock because we had to organise getting the zombies prosthetic makeup on. So you have to. I know it sounds silly, but you've got to look after yourself. You've got to have a good diet. You've got to have good stamina. And you can never, ever think, I'm going to ring up and say, I don't feel well today, I can't go. And you've got to go, even if you've got a leg missing, you've got to hop to work and then somebody can send you home. But you have to have lots and lots of stamina.
Thanks. This concludes today's episode of Studio Apartment Today.
Have a great day, everyone.
You gotta remember.
Studio Apartment.
Don't pass my phone.
It's still. When we start.
Want to do that again, or
Can you pull off? Can you pull it off that perfect like you just did? Because I was like on like that's my notebook.
That's what we had talked about.
Oh, okay.
That's my notebook.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Cool. Bears with lasers.
Director of photography, or DP, is someone who supervises shit.
He supervises shit.
Supervises shit. Okay.
Yeah, start
I'm
from
gonna
director.
start from the very beginning. Thanks, Rodney. Wait.
God damn it, Jonathan.
Thanks, Rodney.
It's gonna take some editing skills.
Oh yeah.
We're putting in the background. Okay.
I'm gonna fuck with this one. Health and safety rules, copyright laws, and union agreements are followed. Making sure insurance.
What is your name? And what have you done?
This is so horrible, but I love it.